Hey y'all. Hey Virgo. It's your girl JV. Ooh. Mercury retrograde. It's your girl J, the High Priestess. Back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2021. As you all know, Patreon's getting everything first. For daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justj_everything. And for other dope shit that I do, check out my website, justjeverything.com. Virgo, when I leaned into your energy, it felt really irritable. Irritability is something that really you're going to have to be wading through. And that's something that's, I feel like a struggle to not show it on your face, a struggle not to the clap back. Needing to hold back your clapbacks. But there is just stuff to pay attention to. Mercury squared Neptune on the 22nd, and I feel like ever since then, and especially with this retrograde, there is a need to say less. And I want to tend to my notes and just make sure that you guys understand your ability to really trust your vision. There is a need, and that just came through. I feel like some of you aren't trusting your ability to really see your trajectory. And that is interesting that it came up because the sun just conjunct the North Node in Gemini. And so you guys definitely are going to be getting some sort of rerouting in regards to your life purpose, what you want to do, things becoming really clear about what you want to do with your energy, how you want to spend your time, who you want to spend your time with, things of that nature. The 28th, Mercury conjunct Venus, and so there was that boost, and so I do feel like you're in a place of, though things may feel scattered, though that eclipse may have ripped some stuff away and is now bringing new stuff in, you may still be recalibrating, but you need to trust your vision. And on June 10th, the sun conjuncts Mercury in Gemini, and there is even more clarity coming in about yourself, about the ways that you communicate, the ways that you express yourself. And then there's that new moon solar eclipse that's happening in Cancer season, and it's this jump start. That's when you need to start things. So allowing things to close out, really letting go, and trusting in your intuition is a big thing. Some of you, it's yeah, you're irritable, but you're not irritable for no fucking reason, you know? Allow this Saturn retrograde to really show you the reality of everything for what it is. And you don't have an issue accepting the reality of things, but some of you do have misplaced devotion that needs to be tended to. That Saturn retrograde and this Mercury retrograde are really going to make clear is where has your devotion or your loyalty or your time and energy been misplaced. Hydrate. Because we are clearing shit out. And asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages from Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2021. Take a deep breath. Do that thing that Geminis do with the ruling of the lungs and empty your lungs. I know a card came out, but I want you to empty your lungs. And then take a very, very deep breath. Nine of motherfucking Pentacles. I'm telling you, trust the vision. Some of you see it. Some of you feel it. You feel your independence rising. You feel, I hope you can see that. These cards are so beautiful. And for Gemini season, we are switching shit up because Geminis need constant stimulation. And we are using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. It's beautiful. I do wish there was some brown people that may color the cards my goddamn self. Anyway, the Nine of Pentacles. And that could be something that you're doing. It's like, okay, you want some, ooh. For some of you, it's like you really enjoy something, but you wish like it was tweaked in a certain way. And an opportunity may be coming in for you to like put your spin on something in some way. Keep putting your flavor on things. I've been saying it for fucking decades. Like, Virgos make the world go round. I love it. Your critical eye is needed. But it's important that you're not inverting that critical eye onto yourself so much to the point where it's keeping you from moving and investing and trusting your gut and actually making actions and going for your financial freedom, going for your independence. Some of you, I do feel like there is some sort of Empress on the bottom of the deck. Yes, there is definitely some sort of entrepreneurial pursuit. Some of you may be needing to invest with another earth sign, but hella investing in yourself. That is the first card out on the selenite throne is the Nine of Pentacles, and it is about independence, autonomy, getting out in nature, getting your feet in the ground. Some of you, it's like something you're starting from the bottom so that you can really get here because this is the vision that you see. This Mercury retrograde in Gemini isn't going to be as crazy as everyone thinks that it's going to be. It's not going to be as, for you guys, I feel like specifically, it's not going to be as glitchy. It's going to be really like, oh shit, okay, I get it. Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay. Like, feel your body, listen into yourself, and trust that inner critic. Whenever you feel like, oh, we could do this better, do it. Listen to that. Take the time, invest. I also feel like some of you need to like bring more house plants or tend to your house plants or start a garden. Investing in something that has to do with nature or the earth, wine, even liquor. Some people like are getting in like trimming, getting in like the cannabis industry in some way, gardening, manufacturing, using your hands in some way. I also feel like using tools. There's something about seasons, being systematic, really it's funny because this is my office that I'm in, and on the other side of the camera is where I make all my blends and where I've been making clothes since I was in middle school. And I made a jacket. It's like kind of like punk style jacket that on the back of it says, "Fuck you, I won't do what they tell me." And I just can't take my eyes off of it for you. And for some of you, that's that irritability. You may just be like, oh, and the Eight of Swords came out. Like, you have kept yourself stagnant, kept yourself stuck, kept yourself loyal or devoted to something where what's coming up, and especially after that Sagittarius eclipse, fuck you, I won't do what they tell me. Fuck you. It's time for me to like break myself free. What are you not seeing clearly? And we're going to definitely clarify that Eight of Swords in the plunge on Patreon. But there is a need to look at how much effort you are putting in, with an effort by way of time, by way of your energy, by way of your decisions. Are they keeping you in the same cycle? Are you looping in the same cycle? Or is it keeping you stagnant? This is self-imposed stagnation coming up, self-imposed confusion. You're not confused. You're being willfully blind about something. You're not stuck. You're choosing to keep the blindfold on about something. And Mercury and Saturn are like, no. That's not what we're doing anymore. That's not how this is going. No, 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 no. And this, for some of you, this is about a business. For some of you, you have been, or you've been with a company for 9 months to 9 years, and it's something that maybe even for the last like 8 months to 8 weeks, you have been really like, ooh, is this it? Is this it? I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I should do this anymore. For some of you, I feel like you aren't allowing yourself, for some of you, it's like you're not trusting in your greatness. You're not trusting in your connection to the divine enough to be able to see just how independent you can be. That you can be very, very successful on your own. And I feel like you keeping yourself mentally, like there's this self-imposed kind of like glass ceiling, it feels like, where you can really tap. It's like if you like look at your ways, you can see the ways that you've been keeping yourself small. There's an expansion that's available to you. All right, Virgo. Damn, coming through hot. Woo. The Knight of Pentacles. I love when the Knight and the 9 come in. And it's interesting, this is coming out in the center of the reading, the Knight of Pentacles, the way that he is facing towards the 8 of Pentacles, the way that they are facing, excuse me. There is this, I feel like, masculine but slow and steady approach that you have been needing to take in regards to seeing the truth about your role in your stagnation, or your role in the fact that, you know, you haven't pursued or progressed something or built something up. There could be like, I feel like a lot of you are putting yourself, there's a lot of pressure about, I should be here by now, or I should have done this by now, or I should have left this thing by now, or I should have been out of this. And it's like, yo, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time. Some of you are in a place of, like, during Gemini season and during these retrogrades and eclipse season, you're going to really see your shadow, come in contact with your shadow. And slowly and steadily and gently and lovingly, excuse me, be patient and patiently take this, free yourself from these binds and take this blindfold off. I always start like, burps start coming up whenever I'm like talking to you guys sometimes, because it's just like, I feel like it feels like Taurus, like some kind of like throat chakra block sometimes. And so stuff may be really bubbling up to the surface about yourself. You may also be stuck going back and forth with someone with heavy earth placements, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But there is this need to, or there may be like a brother or something that is stuck in some way, or a best friend that is stuck in some way. You may be feeling stuck in a company. I do feel like you have like, in some of you career-wise, you have been like doing it. Like you're consistent, you're strong, you show up, you really put in the work, and you still haven't gotten the recognition that you feel like you deserve. And so that needs to be a motivation for, okay, how can I use this current position as a stepping stone so I can get myself free of, how can I prioritize my mental health and my self-worth so I can really see what I contribute to the picture. I need to check the camera so I can see what I can, and what my real talents are. 13. Oh, we good. So I can see what my real talents are and what I can really monetize of myself. There's something that you guys are good at, or something about yourself that you are able to monetize. And if, let's say you already have done it, you're already feeling really successful, there's some sort of next level that you guys are slowly and steadily needing to make your way towards. And it comes by way of self-awareness. It comes by way of moving towards self-awareness. It comes by way of being really methodical and cleanly. I do feel like some of you need to clean. There's something about like cleaning up your space, understanding that when your space is, when your room and your house is actually messy, it's really a reflection of your mental state. And so there's a need to like notice that like clutter stores up energy. That's why like the only clutter I really try to allow is intentional things. Like, I want these things, like energy, to be stored right here, not because I didn't feel like putting that cup or that glass away. And you know what I mean? It's just like there is this need to allow yourself to know that whenever you are more methodical and like tend to your space and create more routine for yourself, there is independence and leveling up and clarity that gets to come into you. And I do feel like some of you, why I keep harping on you being gentle with yourself, is because I feel like some of you are being really, really harsh with yourself. And there is a need to like really stop putting a timeline on your pain. Stop putting a timeline on your progress. You are exactly where you need to be. You got the vision, and I love this. Even how they're looking at it, like the Knight of Pentacles. What's in between the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight is this willful blindness, this self-limiting beliefs, looping, going on over and over about the same thing, about something that's like beating a dead horse, keeping yourself in a relationship or in a business partnership or something that you know you shouldn't be in, or choosing not to look at the truth of things, or, oh, they're okay this much of time, but you know, I like this good, like this good, the good in them outweighs the bad things, or they only curse me out a couple of times, or they only disrespect me, you know, once or twice, or, you know, whatever justification it is, or, you know, I was only passed over that promotion like one time, or, you know, whatever justification it is that you're making for like keeping yourself in something when your intuition is telling you to like go elsewhere. That's what's keeping you from your abundance, from this Nine of Pentacles that is like, hey, you got the vision. I know you got the memo. Your calling wasn't a conference call. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're supposed to be investing in. And so instead of beating yourself up about not being there, it's like, yo, you're not, if you were there, you wouldn't be able, you would have squandered it. The universe isn't going to fuck you like that. It's like, hey, no, let's tend to all of these things let's tend to all of these swords, this self-doubt, this outdated programming that's keeping you from being able to acquire, sustain, and maintain the Nine of Pentacles, this abundance that wants to come in. The universe isn't just going to just like screw you and give you all this goodness and you don't even know what to do with it. So it's like, hey, what we're going to do is slowly and steadily move forward to tending to all of these swords, all of these loops in the mind, breaking ourselves free so that we can move forward. Virgo, it's flowing for you, baby. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2021. I just want 2 more cards, please. Take a deep breath. And I keep hearing, like, when you know better, you do better. And you guys have known better for a while. It's just like you haven't wanted to admit that you know better about something. And now there is no denying it. Sagittarius full moon eclipse. The full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius made sure that there's like, whatever it was, there's no denying it anymore. There's no denying it anymore. So move forward. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, look at you. I'm excited. Yes, yes. Moving from the Knight to the Queen, yeah, that's like you choosing progress, baby. That's choosing you. Leaning into your self-worth. Expansion. This is all like so far this is mainly Pentacles. So you guys really have the ability to tap into your abundance, to create feeling better, an influx of good health, really needing to prioritize your eating habits, eating better, eating higher quality foods, drinking more water, please getting outside, start a regimen. You have got to tap into your self-worth. Improving hygiene too is a thing with this. And that could be like the cleaning your house, tending to things. It's just like there is a need to look at habits and how to progress forward. One more card for Virgo. There's definitely, some of you are definitely dealing with another earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And that feels really progressive. But you just got to get out of your own way. But a lot of you, I mean, every card in this that's come out is singular. There are no pairings here. So there is this need for you to really prioritize yourself as much as possible, Virgo. One more card, one more message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season. Judgment. And then the Queen of Wands did come out too, but I'm taking Judgment. Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. It's like whenever you, and I do feel like, okay, I'll keep it. Queen of Wands, Judgment. Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of people here too, and that could be a part of what's keeping you stagnant and what's keeping you in this place. I gotta check the fucking timer again. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. There could be somebody that you're needing to collaborate with, needing to really have a really concise conversation with. There may be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in that brings in some truth that you're needing to really get off the fence about. Virgo, there's some stuff that you need to get off the fence about and that you will really admit to yourself, having a proverbial come to Jesus about in regards to, or like towards the end of Gemini season. The closer we get to Cancer season, the more this truth is undeniable. So Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck saying it's time to unveil yourself. 2 cards out with blindfolds on. It's time to lay your weapons down and take the blindfold off and tend to the ways that tend to whatever you have put on the back burner, and that's likely you. Tending to your emotions. Seeing the truth of what it is. No more willful blindness. And a lot of you need to go ahead and prepare for, like, you don't have an option but to admit. You don't have an option but to face. You don't have an option but to talk, to resolve, to like move forward and progress. And there is this need to really, I feel like the Queen of Wands is coming in. She doesn't feel competitive or negative energy. This feels like a support system. Someone coming in to really help clarify. That could be me, hell. Coming in to really clarify and light things up and illuminate and invigorate you in some way. And so allow your fiery friends to, like, it's like your blunt friends. The ones who are just like, yeah, they may like not think before they speak, but the truth is spoken. And so there could be just like a, ooh, okay, I guess, yeah, I needed to hear that. And that really helps you take the blindfold off and really initiate a brand new relationship with yourself. Two of Swords, Page of Wands, Emperor on the bottom of the deck. And yeah, there definitely is a fire sign that's impacting you. Could be saying something hurtful, but from a place of love in some way, or could hurt your feelings in some way, or something with your father or an authority figure. Someone in power or over in authority, or a father figure, or Aries or Scorpio could be saying something kind of harsh, but it's really for your benefit. They really I feel like aren't like meaning it. It's just the universe has, and Mercury is retrograde. This is miscommunications. There are definitely going to be confrontations that you get invited to, but you don't have to go to every fucking fight that you're invited to, or every debate or argument that you're invited to. And there's a real need to really take heed to the calling on your heart and to listen to the truth that's sounding within you, so that you can really stop doubting yourself and going back and forth and vacillating and should I, shouldn't I. It's time for you to really tap into your intuition, because you are divinely connected and protected. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.